Hello, Americans. I'm Paul Harvey. You know what the news is. In a minute, you're going to hear the rest of the story. Now, the rest of the story. I can do it, you'll see, Lenny insisted, as Hank arched a skeptical eyebrow. You gotta let me get some musicians together and organize a new band for you. How many times had Lenny pleaded? 10, maybe? Well, that last pesky entreaty did the trick. Hank gave in, and Lenny went to work organizing a band. And before the boys were even hired, he started booking them. Next, Lenny pondered the group's image. This was not going to become some sappy dance band playing mushy renditions of friendly pop tunes. It was going to be an aggressive, progressive, innovative jazz ensemble with hot lashings of Charlie Parker and Dizzy Gillespie. And oh yes, one more issue to be addressed. Perhaps the most important issue of all, the business of the band. The business of the band. In those days, many free-spirited musicians wrecked their lives and their groups, not with babes or booze or drugs, but by ignoring taxes. And as both Lenny and Hank knew very well, the band leader was legally responsible for withholding taxes owed by his musicians. Okay, said Hank, who's going to keep the books? He's got to know what he's doing, or I could wind up in jail. No problem, Lenny assured him. No problem. He'd hired this really hot tenor sax player, doubled on clarinet. Name was Al, but he was great with figures, kept the other guys entertained by reciting major league batting averages on command. So it was settled. Al would become the band's bookkeeper. Now, I want you to picture this fellow. He's a dedicated musician. 2 years at Juilliard under his belt. 2 years at Juilliard. He loves music. He wants to play. In other words, he is no accountant. But this gig is important to Al, so if it includes keeping tabs on the boys' salaries, that's okay with him. Well, the band gets cooking, plays a few dates around Manhattan, and then off they go on the road. But after a while, Lenny starts noticing something peculiar. Al is disappearing more and more frequently. Oh, he shows up promptly to rehearse and to perform, but the rest of the time, where on earth does he go? What on earth is he up to? One day, Lenny finds out that Al is sneaking off to the public library. Now, Al says that he was trying to learn more about bookkeeping. Doesn't want to make any mistakes, he says. And true though that may be, Lenny is sure that there's more to it, and he's right. Because you see, Lenny's Juilliard-trained tenor saxophone player is falling in love with numbers. He's falling in love with books about numbers. And the proof comes a year later, when Al tells Lenny he's dropping out of the band, he's going home. I'd like to study at NYU, he confides, maybe something like business finance. Jazz lovers remember and revere Hank, the leader of the band. He was among the kings of 1940s swing, Henry Jerome. And you remember Lenny, too. But can you believe it? He later became a lawyer and eventually a top aide to Presidents Nixon and Ford, and his name was Leonard Garment. But it's the band's bookkeeper that you know best. For once upon a swingin' time, there was a red-hot reed player who made a U-turn at the age of 22, a young musician married to notes who divorced them in favor of numbers, and his genius for numbers one day made him numerically the most powerful man in the world. The Federal Reserve Board's somber, solemn chairman, Alan Greenspan. And now you know the rest of the story.